Hello Chasitopians, and welcome back to my channel.
Don't you wanna vibe just one more time, baby? Don't you miss having me by your side? When we used to ride all night.
Welcome back to my channel, everyone. It is so great to see you here. How are you guys doing? Are you feeling okay? Are you having a good week? I hope so. Today is Meal Prep Monday, and like we all know, I usually talk about meal prep and meals or things that I'm doing in place of meals or recipes or whatever pertaining to food. Today I felt like I should talk about something else though, because it was just in my head and on my heart, and I feel like it's something I need to address because I'm someone who struggles with it daily, and I know someone else out there struggles with it too. So I felt like it was important to talk about this topic with you guys. Today I want to talk about food addiction, and I know I already kind of addressed it on my channel before when I posted my video called Facing My Addiction. But I wanted to go into more depth and detail about food addiction and just really talk to you guys about, you know, signs of food addiction and how you can actively combat food addiction every day if that's something that you're struggling with. First, I just want to say, you know, you're definitely not alone, and there's a lot of us out here who struggle with the same exact thing. And I just think it's important that we bring awareness to food addiction and recognize it for what it is, an actual addiction. Before I get started, don't forget that you can like, comment, and subscribe down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell because videos are coming every which way, especially this week. All right, let's get to it. All right, so food addiction, let's get straight to the point. There's a couple questions I'm gonna ask you, and you just honestly answer them to yourself and like really think about it and identify if you resonate with this, if it's something that you're wrestling with on a daily, if it's something that you're going through, and just kind of check each question off in your mind. And then when I get to the end, we'll decide if we have a food addiction or not, okay? So here we go. Number one, do you feel like you eat more than what you intended to eat? So I know some of us like sit down at the dinner table and we have our plate, or we go out to eat and we have our meal in mind that we want to eat at that specific restaurant. But when we sit down to eat, we finish our plate and we go back for seconds. We might go back for thirds. Or if we're going out to eat, we get an appetizer and we get a main course and we get a side salad and we get a dessert, and we eat all of that and we're still hungry. The first question is really just, do you ever eat more than what you're intending to eat? The second question is, do you eat until you feel like you are just stuffed to the brim, you are going to pop, you're just gonna bust open? Like, do you eat to the point where your stomach is like, please stop, it's about to just bang everywhere? Like, do you eat to that point? Like, do you overstuff yourself? Question number three, have you noticed these things and tried to cut back on what you're eating, but you were unsuccessful at cutting back on what you were eating? Like, have you struggled to cut back on your meals or cut back on your portions? Have you been unable to eat less, even when you've intentionally tried to eat less? Number four, do you continue to eat unhealthy, eat bad, and binge, even though you know that you need to create more healthier habits in your life? Do you continue to overstuff yourself and eat crap all the time and eat a candy bar at 10 a.m.? Do you continue to do those things even though you know deep down in your heart that you need to stop doing those things and cut back on those unhealthy habits and introduce new habits to your life? Number five, and this one is a really big one, you're gonna have to be honest with yourself here. Do you hide when you eat? Do you hide your food? Do you hide your stash? Do you sit in your car in a dark alley and eat 10 cheeseburgers by yourself? Like, do you hide your food? And be honest with yourself. Do you? Do you hide your food? Number six, do you continually crave certain foods even though you know they're not good for you? Or even after you've already eaten, like say you've already ate 5 cheeseburgers, but you're still craving more cheeseburgers and you want a large fry now. Is that something that you're struggling with? Number seven, are your eating habits distracting and stressful? Are you being pulled away from what's important to you and what's important in your life to focus on eating? And just like, do you have a compulsive, impulsive type of eating disorder? Like, are you constantly wanting to eat and it's distracting you from the things that you actually need to get done in your life? And number eight, do you feel agitated or anxious when you can't get to the foods that you want to get to? When you can't order that extra large fry with 2 double cheeseburgers, when you can't get to McDonald's quick enough, when you're stuck and you just don't have a way to get to that food that you really are craving. Like, do you get agitated and do you get anxious? So pause here, take a minute to rewind, go back over those questions, really sit in them and think about them and be honest with yourself. Are they affecting you? Is food affecting you in this way? Is it taking you over emotionally, physically, mentally? Is it enslaving you, basically? If you answered yes to any or all, like me, I answered yes to all of these questions, then you have a food addiction, and we're gonna figure out a way to help you combat that food addiction. We're gonna figure out a way to break those chains and get you free from this horrible thing that you've turned food into, because food was never meant to be detrimental to your life. Food was meant to make you healthy, give you energy, give you the fuel that you need to complete your everyday tasks and live your best life. And we've taken food, and not necessarily us, but people have taken food and made it into this thing that's like this obsessive, I need it drug, addiction centered thing, and it's not supposed to be that way. So we're going to talk about some ways that you can actively combat your food addiction in your everyday life. All right, so number one, and this is coming from me, okay, the queen of fad diets, but don't do a fad diet. Do not go crazy and starve yourself or take out everything that you love at one time. Just don't jump on a fad diet. I'm telling you, don't do it, because diets are really hard. Diets are very, they can be very detrimental. They can break you down. Like, you get on the diet, you have every best intention to finish the diet and do well in the diet and lose whatever amount of weight you want to lose and just live a healthier life. And then the moment you mess up, you just feel dead inside. You feel broken. You want to just like cry, and that is so damaging and so bad for you. You shouldn't feel like the world is over just because you ate one Dorito after you've had 5 days of dieting. Like, when you're starving yourself like that, when you're taking away everything that you love like that, it makes it hard, number one, because you're constantly thinking about it. Your brain's wired to think about that food, and it's just hard to not like beat yourself up over one little piece of chocolate or one little Dorito that you snacked on real quick in between. Losing weight and beating food addiction both are lifestyle changes. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 2 weeks. It happens over the course of your life, and you have to really like sit down, analyze what you're doing, and really make small changes to trigger a bigger change, because it doesn't happen overnight. And that's part of the addiction mentality. I was watching Revenge Body the other day, and the girl said it, and I never understood it before. Like, I've watched the episode several times, but it really hit me. She said, I've been an addict, so I'm looking for instant gratification. And that's what a cheeseburger is. That's what a Diet Coke is. That's what a cinnamon roll is. It's instant gratification, because your body's like, we need sugar, we need fat, we need something yummy. It's instant gratification. Fast food, that's exact fast food, instant gratification. And so it makes you feel good instantly, but in the long run, it makes you feel like crap. So it's important to pay attention to that need for instant gratification and find ways to actively introduce new things in your life that can replace those bad habits. If you're craving something sweet, you can look up healthier alternatives when you're craving something sweet. Or if you're craving something salty or greasy, like healthy alternatives to those cravings. And that's one really easy way to combat this. Like, if you start replacing simple things in your life with better, more healthy alternatives, then it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to kick that addiction. So throw those fad diets out the window, forget about it. Just make small changes now, work with yourself, be compassionate, love yourself, and just give yourself space to really learn this new normal. Number 2 is also something that I saw on Revenge Body, and that is to completely cut out sugar from your diet. And I know that sounds completely freaking impossible, especially if you're eating a Blizzard every day, you're eating a McFlurry every day, you're eating 12 cookies every day. It sounds impossible, but it's not. And it doesn't mean don't eat sugar. It means cut out that freaking processed sugar that you're addicted to. There is sugar in literally everything, and processed sugar at that. Natural sugars, that's fine. Apples, I was gonna say fruit in general, fruit and just things that have natural sugar in it, that's 100% okay. But like, you don't want processed sugar. That's the addictive property that you're trying to combat. And once you cut out the processed sugar, it'll be a lot easier for your body to just detox. Number one, if you just, like, I remember in high school, we did 2 weeks no sugar. We were moody, we were so angry, we were so agitated, and it's because the sugar really controls you. It gives you headaches. It's literally like coming off of drugs, it's withdrawals. And if you just eliminate processed sugar completely, your body's gonna be like, thank you, we feel great, and we're not craving food all the time. If you're looking to cut out sugar from your diet, I would like do a Google search or like talk to an expert or somebody who really knows what they're talking about and find a valid, easy, legitimate way to cut out sugar from your diet and not kill yourself, because it's really going to be hard to do it just on your own. So look up ways that you can do that, or do it little by little, or just stop cold turkey. It's up to you, but I would definitely look into ways to cut out sugar from your diet, because that's the addiction right there, the processed sugar. Number 3, make a plan. So every week I go grocery shopping. I make a list of what I'm gonna get. I try not to get anything other than what I said I was gonna get. And it really makes a difference when you plan out what you're gonna do. So you're like, I'm gonna buy XYZ, I'm gonna meal prep XYZ, and this is what I'm gonna eat for the week. And it makes it a whole lot easier. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to impulsively, oh, I'm gonna go through the McDonald's drive-thru because I don't wanna cook when I get home. It's already done, it's already prepped, it's already ready, and you already know what you're gonna eat. When I go grocery shopping, I have a few rules. I buy mostly produce and like raw things. I also try to stay out of the inner aisles as much as I can, because that's where your canned stuff, your preservatives, your processed sugars, all those kind of things are in the middle aisle. So I try to stay out of there as much as I can. And I don't really buy a lot of dairy either. I buy mostly plant-based milks, and if I want yogurt, I try to do plant-based because it just tastes better to me. It's way better. Silk almond yogurt or whatever, it's really good. But anyways, I try to stay out of the inside aisles, and mostly I stay in the produce organic section because it's just easier to shop, get what I need, and get out of there. Making a grocery list also helps you save money, because you kind of get an idea of what you like, what you want to eat, and how much you're going to spend every week. So you're not going to the drive-thru and spending $150 on fast food. You're just going to the grocery store and spending maybe $60 or $70 on good, healthy groceries that you actually are going to eat, you're actually going to enjoy, and that are actually going to help you improve your life. Number 4 is you want to eat 3 meals a day. I know some of us struggle with breakfast. I'm one of those people that does not like to eat breakfast, but it's so important that you eat 3 meals a day and get your body used to eating food enough so that you're not starving, so that you're not tempted to order fast food, that you're not tempted to eat a cheeseburger. Like, you want to make sure that you're feeling full and you feel like you're getting all the nutrients that you need to have a successful and energy-filled day. I don't know, just personally, me and breakfast haven't been like buddies for a long time. I used to get really like nauseous when I eat that early in the morning, and like I just didn't feel good, I didn't feel energized. So I stopped eating breakfast. I tried alternatives, I tried shakes, I tried all kind of stuff, but like nothing beats, you know, just eating a healthy breakfast. I mean, of course you can do a protein packed shake. That would be awesome. That would be great if you did a smoothie in the morning. But nothing beats eating breakfast. Whatever way you get it in, make sure you get your nutrients in the morning. And eat 3 meals a day. Eat 3 good solid meals. Look at your food groups. Decide what you need to add, take away. Portion control, like eat more vegetables, eat a little less meat, eat less grains, more vegetables, like that kind of thing. Just really breaking down and seeing how you're eating in a day and how you can improve your eating habits to make you feel like you're getting more nutrients, you're energized, and you have enough fuel to carry out your day, and like you don't have to stop and snack or stop at McDonald's or eat a little more. Make sure you're eating enough and you're having a full day of meals. I saw somewhere where I said don't snack in between those meals, but I mean don't snack unhealthily. But something that's really helped me is snacking in between meals. And I mean like a healthy snack, like maybe some celery and almonds or some tomatoes and apple, like something healthy that you can snack on in between, because you're gonna want to snack. It's just inevitable. But just make sure you have healthier options on hand to snack in between your meals. Number 5, identify people, places, things, whatever that trigger you to eat, that make you want to eat, that make you stressed, that make you want to binge eat, stress eat, anxious eat, whatever. Identify those things and try to incorporate new, healthier ways to cope and to deal with those things. I always bring it back to this, but that one friend who always wants to go out and have a good time, get 5 drinks and eat some little appetizer finger foods or some wings or some seafood boil. Like, I'm that one friend. That's why I'm always bringing up that one friend. But like, you gotta stop that. You gotta like maybe like limit your time with that person, or find different ways to spend time with that person. Like, we ain't going out to eat today, we're going for a hike, girl. Or we ain't going out to eat today, we're going for a walk. Whatever you need to do, like, do that, and do something more healthy, more productive with that friend. Like, don't go sit down and eat, don't go to the club, don't go to the bar. If you know that you're combating this thing and you got to stay strong, you got to find ways to eliminate those things from your life. Or maybe you're like dealing with your significant other and like those feelings are making you eat. Like, find healthier ways to communicate, find healthier ways to deal with your relationship. And if your relationship is that toxic that it's making you eat every day, it's making you do detrimental things to yourself and overpack your life with unhealthy things, then you need to let that relationship go. You need to bye. Like, you need to find healthier ways to deal with stuff. Binge eating is just an easy, instant gratification. And if you find ways to fix things in a better way than just instantly gratifying, because instant gratification is not going to lead to long-term success. Instant gratification is going to make you happy in that moment, and then you're going to just loop back around. You're gonna have to do it again because you don't feel that way anymore. You just feel that way for the moment. You feel good for the moment, and later you feel like crap, and then you have to go do it again to feel good again, and then you feel like crap again later, and then you have to go do it again. So it's just a continuous cycle of instant gratification, and you have to get out of that cycle. Foods that trigger you. If you know you drive past Wendy's every day on the way home from work, you know you drive past that McDonald's every day on the way home from work, find a different way to drive. It might add 2 minutes to your route, but wouldn't you rather wake up 2 minutes earlier than gain 2 pounds? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta find alternatives, you gotta find incentives, you gotta find ways to be open-minded about it and change it the best way you know how. So yeah, you might have to take a detour. It takes 3 extra minutes to get to work, but wouldn't you rather wake up that 3 extra minutes early than gain them 3 pounds from that McFlurry you're gonna get? You see? Compromise. The best thing you can do is figure out those triggers and act upon them and eliminate them, and just figure out ways to be healthy and healthy coping mechanisms, like not unhealthy coping mechanisms. Stuffing yourself, eating for the thrill, trying to get rid of your anxiety with food and just comfort food. It's horrible, terrible, and it's addictive, and you have to find better ways to cope with what you're going through and what is triggering you. You have to find better ways to combat that than just falling victim to food. Number 6, the last one, I can't stress it enough, it's my whole channel viewpoint, standpoint, like it's where I am. Accountability, getting support, helping other people, having other people help you, just creating a foundation for yourself that is stable and that you can stand on and you can be firm on and you can act upon. Because without accountability, you're not gonna get stuff done. You're like me, you're not gonna get stuff done if somebody's not on your butt 24/7 telling you, Chas, what are you doing? Or what are you eating? Like, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Like, somebody to support you and help you and be there for you step by step by step. Like, you're not gonna get it done. It's just hard. Some of us are not self-motivated in that way when it comes to these things. And these are like our deep, dark secrets, not things that we're gonna blatantly share and spread across the internet. These are things that we struggle with that we don't want to tell others about because we're like, oh, I can handle it, I can do it, I got it, I can get past this. But we really can't, and we really do need other people. And you have to face yourself, look yourself in the mirror and say, I need help. I gotta reach out. This is the point where I know that I can't do this by myself. I have to reach out to someone, and I have to get the support that I need to be successful. You have to learn to be okay with that. Would you rather sit back and suffer in silence, or would you rather reach out to somebody and be like, can you help me with this? And then 6 months down the road, you're living a completely different life than you were living now, all because you just reached out for help and you got the support that you needed. Think about these things. Like, certain stuff is very detrimental to your life and it's not going to change your life, and you're going to look back 6 months later and you're either going to say, wow, I'm so glad I did this, or damn, I should have did it. I should have did it. And as someone who's beat myself up over damn, I should have did it, there's no you're going to feel horrible. It's just a non-ending cycle of sadness, sorrow, wishing that you had done differently, and I don't want to see that for anybody anymore. Like, this is the beginning right here. This is the platform that you're building to be successful and to kick your food addiction to the curb and to actively combat it and live a better life. A lot of it for me was recognizing it for what it was, and if you haven't recognized it this far as a food addiction, recognize it, admit it, say it to yourself. I have a food addiction. I have a food addiction. I struggle with food. Food has become something negative and something bad for me. And that's okay, because there's a way to take it and turn it and make it better and do better and be better. And you have a new opportunity. Every day is a new day for you to start your life over and to do right by yourself and to make it better. I have a food addiction and it doesn't stop there. I have a food addiction and I'm gonna kick it. And I'm gonna combat it, and I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight it with everything inside me, with every ounce of fight that I have. I'm gonna kick this to the curb if it kills me, you know? I have a food addiction, and I'm gonna take the steps necessary to get right, to get my mind right, to get my body right, to get my focus right. I'm gonna take these steps and I'm gonna do what's necessary. And that's so important. Not just recognizing that you have a problem, but acting upon that problem and finding a way out of that problem. If you're in the same place as me, I'm here for you, you're here for me, we are here for each other. This is accountability. This is holding each other accountable for what we need to do. And I hope that you feel that way. I hope that you feel like you could DM me, you could Snapchat me, you could comment on this video, and you could really be honest and ask for that help, ask for that accountability, ask for that support, because we're all here, we're all in the same place, and we all care about each other. I care about you, I know that much, and I want to see people be successful, I want to see myself be successful, and I know that you guys want to see me be successful. So let's all jump on this thing and conquer it once and for all. If you can relate, if you really resonated with this video, if this video really just grabbed you and you're like, oh my god, that's me, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel, because we're about to go on this journey together. I would encourage you to hit that notification bell and just stay with me here, because we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna find our way out. It's nothing but positivity, love, and combating our weaknesses from here on out, because there's no other choice. You have to be successful. There's no other choice but to be successful. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it helps some of you out there, and that you are able to come to this decision that you want to change your life and you want to veer from this road. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. If you know someone that's going through this and they're struggling with this, share my video with them and let them know that they're not alone. Let them know that you're here for their accountability, you're here to help them, you're here to support them, and just be there. That's the best thing you can do for people who are going through this kind of thing, because we have to figure it out on our own, but we also need people to help us figure it out along the way. I love you guys so much, and I am so glad to be going on this journey and just actually really doing it this time, and I hope you stay with me. I love you guys. Adios, Chasitopians. I will see you next time. Mwah.